Welcome to this episode. In this episode, I would like us to be in a position to work on deletion of our question. And so what I'm going to do, we are just going to go to our table where we have this delete button here, and I'll just add a method here at click, and we are just going to say delete question like that, and then we will pass in the index like that. So now after that we are going to have a method here. We are going to have a method here. Now you put a comment, delete question, and then we can be able to go ahead and do the deletion. And so what I want to pass in this case, should I pass in the index, or maybe let me pass in the question ID, because the index I will be forced again to look for the question. So let me just say question .id like that, and then we will have that method here. So we are going to have a function delete question, and then we will pass in the ID. And after that I want us to have router dot on. In this case I want us, before we submit, I want us to just ask, are you sure, or something of that sort. So router on before, and then we are going to have an arrow function, and inside here we are going to ask a question, return confirm, and in this case we are going to ask, are you sure, or maybe we can say you are about to delete a record, are you sure? Like that. And then once the user clicks yes, then we can be able to make a post request to our backend. We can say router dot post, and in this case it is a delete method, not a post method, and we want to hit questions, and we can say plus ID like that, and then that will be it. And of course we will be able to use this on using route model binding, and I think I have placed it in a wrong place. Control Z. I have placed it actually in a wrong place. It's not supposed to be inside this confirm, it's supposed to be on its own. So down here we are going to say router dot delete, and for us to be able to use route model binding, then we can say plus ID, but then here we need to have /, and also even here like that, and that you'll be able to delete that specific question, and then we will go to our web.php, our routes folder, and I want us to have another method, so probably I will just copy this one. You copy it like that, and this method now I want it to be delete, like that, and then questions / I can just say question for me to be able to use root model binding, and then question controller destroy, like that. I save, so we can be able to have it like that. Maybe let me extend such that you can be able to see everything. So route delete questions, question here is where we are passing the ID, but we are using root model binding such that at the end of everything, when we go to our controller, which is the question controller, we are going to just go to the method that is destroy, and inside here we are just going to say one thing. So in this case we can just say question delete or destroy. I think question delete, and this you'll be able to actually delete our question. And so let us go back and maybe sort of refresh, and then who created view, I want to delete this one. It says you're about to delete a record, are you sure? We can either say cancel or okay. So you click again and say okay. Now you see it says not found. In this case the method that we are calling, so let me just check our method again if it is proper. So question.view router, yes, is a problem. It's supposed to be plural questions. That is how I have named my route here. So you can see it's questions and then question like that. So again I want to refresh, and then maybe choose which one, this one for Alpine, delete, and say okay. And now you can see the answers, the questions have reduced to 3. But remember, when we were creating our tables in our very first tutorial videos, we said that when a question is deleted, we cascaded the deletion of the answers. So in this case, once we delete a question, we do not need to care so much about the answers. They will be deleted automatically. Thank you very much for following this tutorial video up until this point.